Why do we as people feel entitled to judge others as if our own opinions are universal laws? How can someone's outfit be ugly if they think it's cool? How can you make fun of someone's music taste if millions of people think it's cool? How come humans are so quick to judge as if it's our job, and as if our opinion matters to anyone but us? Why is it so hard and difficult for us to accept that our tastes and preferences are entirely individual? That no matter how popular or unpopulated they are, there is no such thing as an objective standard of beauty. This doesn't mean that we stop disagreeing. In fact, I believe that it encourages it, because when we stop judging, we stop competing over taste and start appreciating differences instead of trying to dominate it. I heard a quote from Ted Lasso that goes, "Be curious and not judgmental," and that shift alone changes everything. Curiosity shifts criticism into understanding. Curiosity, compassion, and appreciation changes the way we view the world, and that provides you with so much gratitude and grace. Why be judgmental when you can choose to be in awe of the world that we live in? So humble your opinions. Stop assuming that your preferences are universal laws, and stop trying to win debates on things that are all subjective in taste. Because subjectivity doesn't flatten reality. It in fact deepens, it widens our own view and thinking of the world. It reminds us that differences are not threats, they're expansions. The truth is that the sky is big enough for all the birds in the sky to fly without their wings touching each other. We can all succeed in our chosen field without spoiling and hurting each other, and instead help and improve one another. There is room for everyone. There is dignity in allowing everyone to have space to grow and to learn from each other. So remember that kindness is peak performance and high status. Kindness itself requires metabolic abundance, the capacity to override primal impulses and urges, regulate our own emotions, and extend our empathy. It is strength under control, not weakness disguised as softness. Meanness is dirty energy, high cortisol, inflammatory, and an exhaustive function. It is the byproduct of insecurity and scarcity thinking. The truth is, the amount of good things in your life depends on your ability to notice them. And perhaps the same thing applies to the goodness in people. It depends on your ability to see it. So stop rushing into judging others, and instead see the good and appreciate others. As Theodore Roosevelt once said, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes up short again and again and again. Because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and at worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with the cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat." There is so much to take away from this. But if there is one thing that you remember, it is that the critic stands outside and judges, whereas the one in the arena lives, risks, fails, and grows. So if you're going to choose a side, choose the man in the arena, choose kindness.